Imagine a divine blueprint or hidden code underneath all that exists. These are cosmic rules, eternal and universal, not laws created by humans and limited by space or time. Instead of using the threat of punishment to control your behavior, these laws direct your life in the direction of heightened understanding and contentment. They have shaped your past, will influence your future, but more significantly, they have the power to shed light on your present. As I explore the following 10 spiritual laws that could be hidden from you, I hope you discover not only information, but also transformation. Not just knowledge, but also understanding. The Law of Divine Oneness. This law teaches that we are all connected, that each of us is a component of a boundless, divine energy that transcends our separate identities. It teaches us that everything we do, think, and say has an impact on the entire universe and is not limited to the boundaries of our own personal existence. It's the realization that all life is linked and connected, your life, mine, and everyone else's. When we acknowledge the law of divine oneness, we acknowledge that no one is walking alone. We are all walking together. We are not just drops in the ocean. Rather, we are the ocean contained within a drop. Everything we see, feel, and encounter is an extension of the same divine source. Love, kindness, and empathy then become the natural responses to all interactions. It's about knowing that harm done to another is a hurt you inflict upon yourself, and treating people with the respect and care you would desire for yourself. This law best expresses the golden rule. Treat people how you would like to be treated. Before we proceed, take a moment to subscribe to our channel so you receive regular spiritual wisdom to elevate you into your higher person. So how can you put this law into practice in our day-to-day activities? Begin by seeing the divine in every person you come into contact with. View each exchange as a chance to provide compassion and understanding. When you talk, let your words convey how you see this unity. Listen to others with empathy, recognizing that we are all branches of the same tree, the Law of Relativity. This law says that nothing is good or bad by itself. Things are what you decide they are. It all comes down to the meaning you give them. This law urges you to step back from your individual experiences and see them from a broader perspective. What might seem like a significant problem to you might appear as a minor obstacle when compared to the challenges others face. What you perceive as a small achievement might be a dream for someone else. Well, I know that sometimes all things appear to be a pitch black or dark grey if you're being modest. But what if I told you you can minimize the darkness while focusing more on the light? By subscribing to our channel, you take the first step towards a life of positivity, love, and light. Do it now and begin the change. The Law of Relativity tells you that you don't need to label everything around you when something happens. You don't have to say whether it's good or bad. Instead, you can see it as the effect of a cause. By understanding this law, you decide to give the right meaning to everything in your life. Everything that happens in your life is really neutral. It's only positive or negative because you label it that way. The law of attraction. According to this law, like attracts like. You attract both great and negative things into your life, depending on what you focus on. This is not just philosophy, it is a principle acknowledged by successful people worldwide, quantum physicists, and ancient societies alike. This law strongly posits that you attract what you are, not what you wish to attract. It also emphasizes the need to have faith in your ability to achieve your goals. If you wish to attract money but you don't see how it's feasible or that it will happen, you're no different from a wave in the ocean being tossed around by the wind. If you cannot hope to attract something you don't think you deserve having. If you want to be in good health, you must care for yourself as though your life depends on it. Give generously when you want money and you will receive it back. If you want love, love yourself and others first. The law of inspired action. According to this law, even though you can visualize, affirm, and match your ideas with your aspirations, nothing changes until you take action. But this isn't just any action. It's inspired action, meaning it comes from a position of alignment with your inner purpose, instincts, and desires. This law is the energy that propels your dreams into reality, while the law of attraction assists you in bringing your thoughts and feelings into alignment. The law of inspired action pushes you towards your goals. It serves as a link between the concrete realm of reality and the invisible world of thought. You have a role to play in order to achieve your goals. Inspired action is not forced. It doesn't originate from fear or desperation. Rather, it's a happy, spirited step in the direction of your goals. It is effortless, right in line with who you are, and feels natural. It's when your goal excites you so much that you are motivated to act not out of obligation but out of want. The law of rhythm. The universe has a natural rhythm or flow, and it doesn't like being disrupted. This law teaches you that everything in the universe moves in a cycle or a pattern, akin to a pendulum swing or the changing of seasons. Just as the tide flows in and out, just as day turns into night and winter gives way to spring, every aspect of life is subject to this rhythmic motion. This law reminds you that your life too is subject to these natural rhythms. There are times of activity and times of rest, periods of growth and periods of retreat, moments of joy and moments of sorrow. You can avoid a lot of problems by being patient and letting things happen naturally in their own time. Chaos happens when you try to force things to happen on your schedule. This doesn't work and can leave you feeling frustrated. The law of vibration. According to this law, everything in the cosmos, from the biggest galaxies to the tiniest particle, including your thoughts and feelings, vibrates at different frequencies. Nothing is quiet. Everything is in motion, always vibrating at different strategies. This means that everything in the universe is yours for the taking, as long as you attune yourself to its frequency of vibration. If you want money, you have to figure out what the vibration or feel of money is and try to align yourself with that frequency. If you want love, you have to vibrate at the frequency of love, which is the greatest frequency. If you want a certain person in your life, both you and the person need to be tuned into the same vibration or frequency. You must match your frequency to the thing you desire in order to use this law to manifest your wishes. You have to first feel like a star in order to be among them. Understanding this law modifies our perception of who we are and where we fit in the universe. We are not just physical beings going through life. We are energetic beings that vibrate at specific frequencies, and these vibrations have an impact on our reality, interactions, and experiences. Think about your feelings and ideas. Feeling joyful and optimistic makes you feel light and buoyant, almost as if you're vibrating at a higher frequency. Similar to this, you feel heavy and burdened down when you're depressed or unhappy, as if your vibrations are at a lower frequency. The law of cause and effect. This law states that you get what you give. You will always reap the consequences of your actions towards other people and the wider world. It's known as a law of karma. Everything in life happens for a reason. The things that happen to or for you are a result of your actions, either personally or professionally. You gain from doing good deeds, yet you are also impacted by doing negative deeds. There is an equal and opposite response to every action. Knowing this law gives you the ability to take action and change the causes you initiate in order to affect the effects you encounter. As you sow, so you reap. If you plant apples, you will never harvest mangoes. If you sow hatred, you will never reap love. You receive what you give. Love is given and received. Money is what you get when you give it. Whatever goes around comes around. Your words and deeds have an impact. Either it benefits you or it harms you in the end. It may not return immediately, but it will eventually. The Law of Correspondence. This law asserts that your internal and external experiences are correlated. It asserts that your inner ideas and feelings have a direct impact on the outside environment. Therefore, everything that occurs outside of you is really a reflection of what occurs within. It declares that, as within, so without. When you're confident in yourself, everything around you seems wonderful. When you're unhappy, everything around you appears unhappy. Everything around you will be serene if you are feeling calm on the inside. Yet, tension will be a part of your life if you are feeling chaotic on the inside. You therefore have to face this stark reality. You are the creator of your own universe. You have the ability to influence your exterior environment by making changes to your internal state, your ideas, your beliefs, and your attitudes. Each of these creates a striking image that becomes your reality. Your thoughts give rise to the realities of your existence. You have to alter yourself before you can change your world, and the outer world will follow suit. The law of transmutation of energy. This law says that everything is formed of energy, including your words, feelings, and ideas. And energy can only be transformed from one form to another. It cannot be created or destroyed. The thoughts and feelings you have never go away. They transform into something that is released into the universe. This law is the origin of thoughts become things. You must therefore live your life knowing that every thought and emotion you experience is attracting and developing something in reaction to it. Thus, you must choose positive thoughts and emotions, and you must intentionally do this. Avoid thinking negative ideas all the time. If not, things could get problematic. Whenever you find yourself dwelling on a negative thought, change quickly and reposition yourself, replacing it with a positive one before it becomes reality. The Law of Polarity. This law states that there are two ends to everything, and everything has an opposite. Life has a start and an end. There's a spiritual world, and we're living in the physical world. There's the North Pole and the South Pole. There's a divine female energy and a divine male energy. Twin flames often seem very different from each other, but they're really one and the same. There is hot and cold, but they are simply different degrees of what we call temperature. There is good and bad, but they are simply different degrees of what we perceive as morality in our lives. The Law of Polarity teaches you that even during your darkest times there exists the potential for light. In your greatest struggles, there are seeds for opportunity. In your deepest sorrow, the capacity for joy exists. The most intelligent people in the land have always instinctively understood and followed these ancient laws. Breaking these laws is like battling against the way the universe operates, and that's what makes life so difficult. Although you're not being punished by anyone, you may feel as though life is punishing you since you're going against the flow of the cosmos. But the fact that you're still here means you're invested in attuning yourself to your higher spiritual person. Why not watch the next video, A Doorway to Even More Spiritual Awakening?